Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we would like to present our discussion regarding to the pembelajaran sosial emosional on the Ruang Kolaborasi atau Ruang. First, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Emosional.
My name is Fatima Azahra.
My name is Sri Putra Madani.
My name is Shifa Ulia.
And my name is Maya Sramani.
So here are the discussions based on these questions. The first one is, what are the challenges for teachers to be role models, especially in social emotional matters? And the second one is a case related to the above based on your experience observing the teaching and learning process that you have participated in. And then the third one is, how can schools support social emotional learning? And then what are the challenges for schools? And then the last question is, can learner characteristics affect the implementations of social emotional learning? Explain, how do you deal with this conflict? So the first questions would be explained by me. What are the challenges for teachers to be role models, especially in social emotional matters? The first one is managing emotions in a classroom. As we all know that we have different backgrounds inside school or outside school, but when we come to the classroom, we need to manage our emotions to our students. Let's take a look at the example of the first topic at the bullet case. It is a very sudden thing that happened, unexpected thing that happened, but still we as teachers need to manage emotions in the classroom. So the teachers must remain calm and patient even in stressful situations. For example, when students misbehave or struggle to understand lessons, a teacher should respond with empathy instead of frustrations. And then the second one is balancing professionalism and personality. Well, as you all know that we are a young teacher, me is again Gen Z, and then all of you may be millennials. So balancing professionalism and personality, I think, is one of the challenges for us, because we have different hobbies and interests maybe outside school. And then being a teacher, I think, is always being a teacher. For example, this happened when I hang out with my friends at night. I talk with my friends, I have conversation in a coffee shop like that. At that time, I'm not a teacher. I'm just myself, expressing myself with my friends. But there are my students, or there are students from Semanti came to me and said, Pak, dan kita bersalaman dan nongkrong juga pas, things like that. So I think for us, for me especially, it's one of the challenges that I need to face, balancing the professionalism and personality. Because as a professional, teacher must uphold discipline and ethic while remaining approachable. Beyond their role, their personality shapes how they inspire and connect with students. A good teacher enforces rules yet remains warm and relatable, making learning both structured and engaging. And then the third one is demonstrative positive communications. Teachers need to model respectful and constructive communications. For instance, instead of correcting harshly a student for a mistake, a teacher can guide them with encouragement and support. And then the last one is setting boundaries with the students. This is also one of the challenges that I think is difficult for me. For example, when I teach in junior high school before I joined the I have my friends. I have a friend which is also my students. And at that time, I remember the first time I came to work as a teacher, they still didn't know that I am his teacher. And then the first thing that he said to me that, what are you doing here? For me, well, because he's also my friend, that I also hanging out outside the classroom. But yeah, I think that's the boundaries that I need to build with the students. So teachers as a role models must maintain a professional distance while still building meaningful connections with students. Being too close may weaken authority and affect discipline, while being too distant can make students feel unsupported. Finding the right balance ensure respect, guidance, and positive learning environment. Thanks.
Alright, continuing for the second question here, the case that is related to social emotional challenges. So, in class 11.5 at SMA 2 Bogor, I observed once Pak Topik handling a student who lacked confidence when speaking in class. So the student rarely raised his hand to answer the questions. And when called up, he spoke softly and seemed uncertain. After further observation, I understand that the student came from a different background than most of their classmates, which made him feel less confident in interacting with others. Pak Taufik did not force the students to speak more, but provided encouragement gradually. So he asked simple questions that were easier to answer and gave him positive reinforcement for every effort the student has made. He also fostered a more inclusive classroom environment, helping the student feel accepted and more comfortable participating. This approach allowed the student to build confidence and became more willing to engage in class discussion over time. From this experience, I realized how important the social emotional skills are for us, for the teachers, in creating a supportive learning environment. To me, Pak Taufik has demonstrated how a teacher needs to be sensitive about students' emotional condition and provide the right kind of support to help the student gain confidence in both learning and social interaction, especially for those who are coming from the different backgrounds.
Okay, for the next question is how can schools support social emotional learning? So there are four aspects that schools can use this. And the first one is implementing special program and extracurricular activities. So schools can organize programs designed to strengthen social emotional skills such as mentoring programs, leadership development club, or volunteer activities. These programs provide students with opportunities to develop empathy, communication skills, and sense of social responsibility. So additionally, extracurricular activities such as theater, sports, and debates can help students manage emotions, work as a team, and also boost the self-confidence for the students. And then the second one is providing training for teachers. So teachers play a vital role in creating a classroom environment that supports social emotional learning. So therefore, school need to provide training strategies that promote SEL, such as collaborative learning, conflict resolution techniques, and ways to recognize and respond to students' social emotional needs. With proper training, teachers can help students cope with stress, improve communication skills, and also build emotional resilience. For example, for this training for teachers, there is a workshop on emotional intelligence for teachers, or also SEL curriculum interrogation test. So there's a lot of actually seminar or workshop that teachers can join to improve them about SEL in education. And then the second one is creating a safe and inclusive school environment. So a positive and inclusive school environment is essential for students' emotional well-being. School must ensure that every student feels accepted and supported without discrimination or bullying. Establishing a school culture that follows diversity, teaches tolerance, and enforce anti-bullying policies can create a conducive environment for social emotional learning. For example, at SMA Negeri 3 Bogor, students preside atau setiap hari Senin pada upacara ikrar menyebutkan membaca bersama ikrar anti kekerasan. This in reinforcing the school commitment to a safe and respectful learning environment. And then the last one is providing counseling service and social support. Not all students have the same ability to manage emotions or resolve social conflicts. So therefore, school needs to provide counseling service and social support for students who struggle in these areas. So school counselors can help students develop healthy coping strategies, resolve peer conflicts, and also overcome social and emotional challenge. So I think that's all for this question. The next one, be answered by.
Okay, so the next is, what are the challenges for schools, especially in SMA Global? So here, the first point is the lack of trainings for teachers, which is, this is mentioned by Riri before, that the teacher have to join many webinar in every single week maybe, or the feeling of learning is very important for the teachers. So many teachers haven't received special training in teaching social emotional skills, so the implementation is less than optimal. Time in the class schedule is often more focused on academics, which is in the classroom, which is me as observation in Miss Jenny class. She is only focused on the goals of the study, which is not very focusing on the cell. So it is, and also she's mentioned that right now MGMP in Bogor is no longer active because ada pengelolaan biaya yang berubah. Yang sebelumnya itu dibiayai oleh pemerintah, seperti kepergian guru-guru ketika MGMP, lalu tempatnya dan juga konsumsi biasanya diberikan dan difasilitasi oleh pemerintah. But right now, mission said untuk mengikuti MGMP itu harus biaya sendiri-sendiri. Jadi mungkin itu salah satu contoh bahwa training for teachers is late right now. So the second point is lack of support and awareness. Some teachers and parents still consider PSA as an additional aspect, not a main part of education. Like I said before, in the classroom, teachers almost focus on the education for the students, not the emotional of the students. So the last is diversity of student needs, which is every student has a different background and social emotion challenges, so making it difficult to apply one approach for the teachers to all of the students in the classroom. So the next will be mentioned by you.
Okay, and the fourth question is, do student characteristics influence the implementation of social emotional learning? And the answer is yes. The characteristic of students greatly influence the implementation of social emotional learning. Each student differs in emotional, social, cultural aspects, family background, and previous learning experiences. These factors affect how they respond to self-strategies. For example, students with high levels of empathy may find it easier to embrace concepts like cooperation and conflict resolution, where those with low self-confidence may struggle with maintaining or managing emotional regulation and building healthy social relationships. And here are the challenges in implementing SEL. The first is differences in emotional intelligence levels. Some students may have lower emotional intelligence, making it difficult for them to recognize and manage their emotions. And the second is the diverse social and cultural background. Students from different social and cultural backgrounds may express emotions and interact in various ways. And the third is lack of awareness of self-importance. Both students and parents may perceive social emotional learning as less important than academic subject. Maybe not all parents, but some parents may perceive like that. And the last is lack of positive role models. If students do not see positive social emotional behavior in their surroundings, they may struggle to apply self-concepts. The next. And here are ways to overcome the challenges. The first is teachers can introduce visual emotional regulation. It can be in a form of journaling. And the second is teachers should apply an inclusive approach by respecting diversity and creating a safe and supportive classroom environment. For example, maybe we cannot ask the student to read basmalah before the class started when the students in the classroom have different religions. And the third is teachers can raise awareness by discussing the benefits of self. This discussion can be done both students and the parents of the students in the form of rapat. Yes, and the next is teachers should serve as role models by demonstrating empathy, positive communication, and effective emotional management in the classroom. That's all from us.
Okay. All right. Ewan, a good teacher enforces rules. Do you? How? Fatima, how many students?
36.
No, with the problem.
Oh, with the problem only one. From
You probably
36.
put day.
Yeah, it's grammatical error.
And then how did you cope with that? Okay, Putri, from the four you mentioned, how do you know that the things are applied to the school, in the school? Okay, Sifat. Kan mereka ada uang sertifikasi yang sudah itu. What's wrong with that? Selalu mengandalkan pemerintah, sudah disekolahkan, sudah diluruskan. Ima, like a positive role model. So the teacher should become the model. But we are human. We are not angel. Yeah. Have you been in that position to become the role model?
No, yet not because saya belum mengajar di sekolah. But saya pernah mengajar. I have experience teaching elementary school students, and I know that in managing emotion is one of the most challenging thing that I've ever done, because I need to always cheer up when I teach my children.
But the higher level, the difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalau anak kecil itu bisa dituntun gitu. Are you going to put Aristan everywhere you go? No kan? Berarti ya kalau di level bawah mereka masih bisa mengikuti kita. Tetapi kalau sudah di atas-atas, lebih difficult.
Yes, it's very difficult, and based on my own experience when I teach in SMA kita Bogor, I tend to ignore the one who yang tidak memperhatikan seperti itu. Maybe I will yang pertama mungkin saya akan memberikan.
Why maybe you had your experience?
Yeah, not maybe. Yang pertama saya akan mendekatinya. Ketika saya duduk satu saya mendekatinya.
Kan will future.
Saya
Bingung sih, you had your experience. Why you should will?
Iya, ini menceritakan ketika saya mengajar di SMA.
Yeah, why you should put will? Will is in the future, right?
Salah ngomong.
Iya.
Biasanya ketika saya berputar, itu saya akan memberikan bimbingan pertanyaan seperti mana yang sulit atau ada yang kurang dipahami atau tidak gitu. Tapi kelemahan saya adalah ketika saya menghadapi peserta didik yang kayak tidak menghargai. Mereka itu bukan karena tidak bisa, tapi nggak mau aja mendengarkan.
So what did you do then?
I tend to ignore them.
Iya salah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Itu bukan role model kalau
Yeah. So kan tadi saya sudah bilang saya belum itu soalnya.
harus. Walaupun performanya seperti ini Kang, tetapi itunya harus dikuatkan gitu. Simatnya itu harus dikuatkan. Ya, supaya mereka tuh respect gitu loh. Kalau kita ada di depan, kalau tidak begitu tidak akan respect. Oke.